Hello students, yesterday I explained you about quantity of heat. So let's continue the topic. Quantity of heat, Q is directly proportional to its mass and Q is directly proportional to delta theta. Delta theta means rise in temperature. Rise in temperature. So we can write Q is directly proportional to m delta theta. So remove this proportionality sign here from here and write down one constant that is called C. C is what? C is specific heat capacity or specific heat capacity. So we can write Q is equal to mc delta theta. Q is called mc delta theta. Okay. Have a look on this question. How much heat is required to raise the temperature of 500 gram of water by 10 degrees Celsius? Here m is equal to 500 gram. So first you convert this into a kilogram. So 500 upon 1000. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So that's why we divide it and we get 1 upon 2 kilogram. Now next is 10 degrees Celsius. It means delta theta is equal to 10 degrees Celsius because raise the water by 10 degrees Celsius. It means delta theta is equal to 10 degrees Celsius. Now the value of C. C is what? Because it is water. It is a water. The specific heat capacity of water is what? That is 4200 joule per kilogram degree Celsius. Now we use the formula of Q that we find just now. Q is equal to mc delta theta. M is equal to 1 upon 2. C is equal to 4200. Delta theta is equal to 10. So we can find the answer. That is 20. 21,000 joule, or we can divide it by 1000 and convert this into kilojoule. Okay. Latent heat, when a heat is supplied to or removed from a substance, it may undergo a change of state. When the change of state is required, then we needed latent heat. Means when we are converting solid into a liquid, then the latent heat which is required, that is called latent heat of fusion. But when we are converting liquid to gas, then it is required latent heat. Then it is called latent heat of vaporization. Means the amount of heat energy required to change a unit mass of a solid into a liquid at melting point is called the latent heat of fusion of the substance. Okay. Similarly, the next thing is the amount of heat energy required to change a unit mass of liquid into a gas at a boiling point is called the latent heat of vaporization of the substance. We can write like this: Q is equal to mL. M means mass, L means latent heat of fusion or vaporization. Q means heat required. The unit of latent heat of vaporization is same, just like that is joule per kilogram. You can find from here L is equal to Q upon M. The unit of Q is joule and M is equal to kilogram. So in this way you can write joule per kilogram. So this is the unit of latent heat, or you can write kilojoule per kilogram also you can write. Okay, I am explaining you latent heat with the example. Just take one beaker and keep some ice cube in it and heat up this one, and take one thermometer to check the temperature. See the thermometer. Initially the temperature is increasing, then after that, after some time, the temperature is stabilized. Why it is done? Why it is to be done? Because heat is supplied to the substance, doesn't increase the temperature, but the heat is used to change the intermolecular space between the molecule. You can understand this with the help of this graph in which I am converting ice to vapor. Initially, I have taken ice at 0 degrees Celsius. Initially, the temperature is stabilized. Just see the straight line. It means the heat is used to change the intermolecular space between the molecule when solid is converting into liquid. And after that, temperature is increasing continuously. That was the time of specific latent heat of fusion. But now temperature is increasing, and after some time at 100 degrees Celsius, again the temperature is stabilized. That is the time of specific heat of vaporization. You can understand with the formula Q is equal to ml. Hope you understand this one. Thank you.